Welcome back to your soon-to-be favorite podcast. I'm Angelica.
And I'm Kelsey.
And this is
Here We Grow. All right. Hello, guys.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. I'm Angelica.
I'm Kelsey.
And this is the Here We Go podcast. I just said that. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We're happy to be here. 2024.
Yes, 2024.
Bringing you the latest, greatest, the best, and all the rest.
Yeah. You just try to come up with a bunch of catchphrases.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm going to be burping a lot.
We're drinking. We're drinking in honor of Angelica's birthday since it's tomorrow.
Mañana.
Can you hear me drinking?
I sure can.
For those of you that like that.
For those of you that don't.
So sorry.
Yeah, they make me burp, so you'll probably hear me burp a couple times, and that's okay because I'm only human. And you'll hear Kelsey cough because she's also only human.
Yeah, I didn't let that go down before I started laughing, and that's what made me cough.
Girl. Okay.
Tell us about your birthday. What's your plans?
Alrighty, so tomorrow.
Wait, how does it feel that you're gonna be 28 tomorrow?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why did you tell them?
Like those TikToks where you're opening a bag and you're trying to be quiet. It's like, shut the fuck up.
You know what? Usually I do feel sad on my birthday, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I just 28, maybe because it's an even number that I feel good about it. I'm not too sad. I think it's like a pause before 30, right? Like, okay, 27 was off. Let's make 28 a good year.
Yeah. You're hopeful.
I have more motivation to make this year a really good year.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'll be 28. I get the day off at work paid. So I just do a lot of what makes me happy. Yeah. Typically, that's getting my nails done, getting boba tea, getting Thai food. Last year, I went and bought a book, 2 books that I have not read. So I will not be doing that again.
I will not be buying another book.
I will not be buying another
because I need to learn a lesson and read the other 2 books.
Well, yeah, and that's one of my New Year's resolution. Not that, whatever, but I need to read these books. Right. I have 5 new ones that I've been wanting to read. So I'm going to do that. So I'm not going to go to a bookstore. But I don't know. We'll just kind of see. Usually I'll go to Ulta or Sephora, get some new makeup.
Pamper yourself.
Yeah, I just literally whatever I feel like doing, I'll do it. It's just a day all about me.
Right.
Love it. Chill. And then what'll it be? And then I'm having an all-girls pajama party.
Yes, that's gonna be so much fun
on Saturday. Yeah, because boys suck.
Fuck you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're just kidding.
We love men, unfortunately.
We love men.
You think if we chose to be straight that we would? Fuck no. Fuck no. Man, being hetero is the most ghettoest shit ever. God damn, you think I would choose to like men? Ew. Fucking disgusting.
There's literally something in my eye. Go ahead.
Oh. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be so much fun. I'm having a special guest. I won't reveal that now. Actually, yeah, because the party will be already over Tuesday.
There's no secrets.
Everyone thinks it's a stripper, but it's a magician. I'm really into magic and illusions. That's my shit. I'm so easily amazed, and I think it's gonna be a great time.
Yep.
So yeah, I have a magician. We're gonna do games like that. Did you see that one video I sent you?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do karaoke. We're gonna play some darts.
I'm excited for karaoke.
Just have a good girls' night. Just whatever. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Just the girlies.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And then turning 28.
That's something.
That's serious.
If you're ever wondering about our age difference, here's how you can visualize it. Angelica will be 28 tomorrow, and then I'll be 30 in May.
God damn.
So we're only one digit off from each other for 4 months.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing for your birthday? You should. I'm telling you, you should do an RIP to my 20s party.
You think so?
That's what I'm gonna do for my 30th.
Well, either way, I want to have a kickback.
Okay.
So I could still do that. It could still be themed RIP to my 20s.
Okay.
Let me
Can I wear
reposition.
black? We could have it at the cemetery.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably at my house.
Boo. Boo. Get it? Like a ghost.
Boo, you get it? I'm dead. I'm like literally dead. Something I was going to tell you was Cash has started answering us yeah. Like if we ask a question and the answer is yes, he'll say yeah. But he goes, yeah. Yeah. So like, do you want some more milk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing ever.
Do you remember when Do you remember when
What is that?
When I said that I knew Jose's Subway order and you're like, oh, do you know his? And I was like, no. Wait, what did I
No, you said that Jose knows yours and I said, do you know his? And you're like, no.
No.
It's the other way around. I did the same thing. I said the same thing.
You really did. No, you said, do I know Jose's Subway order? And I said, no. And you're like, does he know yours? And I was like, yeah.
Fuck yeah, he better.
Of fucking course he does.
Yeah.
Of fucking course I want some milk, mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you even need to ask me that question?
What a stupid question.
Oh, yeah. You're my mommy. You should know that.
You should know that. So that's funny.
So funny. Is it this part? Oh, it's mine. All right, that's better.
All right.
Anyway. Yes, I'm excited for your birthday party.
Me too.
Like a little girls' night out.
In your pajamas.
Oh, fuck. I
Disclaimer,
I need to go buy some pajamas because I don't have like a set. Do you have a pajama set?
No, I went out and bought it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need to go buy one.
I sleep in sweats and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I
sleep in shorts and a t-shirt because I don't like pants on.
I mean, that's fine too. Like, it doesn't have to be. I mean, we're going to take pictures. So whatever you want to be pictured.
It'd be better to be like in a set.
Yeah. I went and bought a set from
full
Target.
No.
I will be.
I know. I know you will be.
Full glam. I never do full glam, but yeah, mine's like a velvety texture, like a burgundy. It's really pretty. Yeah, I was debating between shorts or pants, but I know I'm going to be twerking and I'm just not confident with my thighs yet. Yeah. With my thunder thighs.
Yeah.
So
I'm the thighs concealed.
Huh?
You want the thighs concealed?
Oh, yes.
What do you think I said?
What the thighs conceal? I'm like, what do they conceal? What's in them? What's wrong? It's like, what?
You want the thighs concealed.
Yes. So
and pants.
Yeah. So I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's cool.
It'll be fun.
So today we're going to play Let's Get Deep again.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't played it in a while. I think it was like episode 12 or something like that.
No, we did it recently. Ago. We did it like a month ago.
Like a full game? There was one where we recorded at my house where we did 2 cards, but it was just an icebreaker like to start us out.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So no.
The last time we played a full game was like episode 12 or 13, 14, something around there.
Well, shit.
I know.
We're like way past that.
I handpicked the cards out so we wouldn't have to like search through them. And there's like a little over 20 cards. And I have some birthday reflection questions for you before we get into it.
Oh, fuck me in the ass. Fuck me sideways.
Fuck me sideways.
Wait, what's that one phrase that we adapted from Dreamcatcher? Oh, fuck me. Is it fuck me sideways?
It might be fuck me sideways.
Oh, fuck me sideways.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
If you've ever seen Dreamcatcher.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you've ever seen it.
You are entitled to emotional damage.
Fuck me, Freddy.
Fuck me, Freddy!
Yeah, it's fuck me, Freddy.
I remember I would say it and people were like, who's Freddy? I'm like, none of your goddamn business. Damn.
Watch the fucking Dreamcatcher movie.
Yeah.
Jesus. Aren't you a fucking Stephen King fan?
So disturbing.
Anyway.
Fuck me, Freddy. That's what it was. Fuck me, Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember doing that.
Fuck me, Freddy. FMF.
Okay, so the quote of the week comes from a TED Talk that I listened to yesterday. And the person who is doing the TED Talk, his name is Cordae. He's a rapper. He's actually a very young rapper. I think he's only 24, 25 maybe.
Damn.
And he's like B-list. Like, he's not very well known. But he's a really good writer. He's a really good writer and musician. And he had a TED Talk, which I thought was really interesting that he, of all people, would have a TED Talk. And he kind of talks about that in his TED Talk. Anyway, look it up. It's a really good and inspirational video. And anyone can enjoy it. But the quote goes like this. Don't let your small failures let you lose sight of the bigger picture. Don't let your small failures let you lose sight of your bigger picture.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Right. And in the TED Talk, he was kind of talking about like envision your life like a book. Like, not every page is not perfect in the book. Every page in the story, things are not going perfectly. You can make mistakes and move on from them. You need to focus on the end goal. What legacy you want to leave on this.
Oh, also, I'm getting a massage for my birthday.
That probably messed up the TikTok if it was one.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That was it. Fuck me, Freddy.
Fuck me, Freddy. You can still post it. People just wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Where do you get your massage at?
Right here at Hand and Stone. It's been like I don't think I did it last year. I think it's been 2 years. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, where were we?
I think you just finished your TED Talk.
Just finished my TED Talk.
About the TED Talk.
Yeah, I'll link it in the show notes. The TED Talk. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Anyways. Any more small talk from you?
No.
All right, let's pull the first card then.
Okay.
Oh, no, I have birthday questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. She's just here for the good times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. How have you grown and changed since your last birthday? You know I was going to come with the... Oh, by the way, AI wrote these questions. I just asked AI to write me 10 birthday reflective questions, and they did. I'm not going to ask you all 10 of them, though. Only the good ones.
How have I grown?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've gained weight, so...
Emotionally, mentally.
Oh, right.
Grown and changed since your last birthday.
Man. Wow. Literally, when I turned 27 last year, a week later is when we put in an offer to our house. Mm-hmm. And then we bought the house in February. We got married in September. So it's just been a whirlwind, like, since turning 27.
Yeah.
And now that I'll be 28, I mean,
Your whole life is different.
Yeah, my whole life is different. Like, honestly, I think I saw...
Hold your mic a little bit closer.
I saw the world really black and white.
Mm-hmm.
It either is or it isn't, or it's either this or it's that. And I feel like I'm much more empathetic towards myself now than I was back then. And I'm okay with things not going according to plan, because sometimes, kind of like your quote, similarly, when you're so focused on the bigger picture, you lose track of what's happening around you, or like you know, mistakes are made, or you slack on stuff. I think the biggest thing has just been to enjoy the present and
enjoy the process, like good and bad.
Enjoy the process, good and bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. Because I feel like everything, like every month was something I had to do, something that I had to focus on. And I think now that I'm 28, I just want to focus on myself.
Yeah.
I focused on a lot of other people this past year.
It feels good to hear you say, I used to think of everything in black and white, and now it's more...
There's gray areas.
There's gray areas, because I think before we started this podcast, me and you would talk all the time, and I'm like, you have like a really bad black and white mindset. Like, it has to be this way or that way. No in between.
Totally. And like,
It took life teaching you that.
I couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
Like, I could not accept it. I was not okay with it. And I think that's kind of like where my growth is. Like, it isn't black and white, and it's okay.
Right. Life is never going to be black and white. It's not like you're missing out because it's not black and white. It just never was.
That too.
You just couldn't see it that way.
Well, that too. So like wanting the house, wanting to get married, you know, then having babies, like that was so important to me. And I realize now that that shouldn't have been the goal.
Yeah.
Because I lost myself in the process.
Right.
And
the goal should have been remembering what you want, how you want to feel, how you want to be loved, how you want to feel happy, not doing everything by the book. Or
like, it's okay for your goals to change, kind of like how we talked about last episode.
Right.
It's okay for them to adjust and for you to adjust and to, you know, grow with them, and processes change, and that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Hey guys,
guess what?
Did you know?
We have merch.
Merch. We have shirts, crew necks, sweatshirts, sweaters, mugs, hats.
Baseball caps, yeah.
Baseball caps. Buy one for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your cousin, your grandma, your grandpa, your dog.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Makes a good gift.
Makes a great gift.
Yes. And we have new merch that say good things all happen exactly when they're supposed to, our little quote. So go check that out. And also, they're unisexual.
Unisexual. We know you like a little uni. little sexual uni moment.
Hop on there and get you some merch. And when someone asks you what you're wearing, you tell them about our podcast.
Even share an episode with them.
Yes, of course. Whatever your favorite episode is. You can get that at bonfire.com/store/HWG-merch. All right, ready to get into these questions?
Fuck me, Freddie.
All right, this one is, what's something you'll never try again and why? I would say working in a retail pharmacy or working in retail, period. I'll never work in retail again. Never.
Yeah, fuck that.
What's one thing you wish they taught in school and why?
Budgeting, credit scores, taxes, house buying,
the way the government really works.
Yes.
And not just in the textbooks.
How about actual history?
Actual history.
True history.
I think the biggest thing is they need to be teaching teenagers from middle school up to 18, senior, about your mental health.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Literally any and everything they can teach you about your mental health, they should be teaching it in school. Because we as adults are out here just wandering around, not knowing anything about our mental health, when we could have been taught that in fucking school.
Amen.
Like,
that's good.
Why is that not? Ugh. But it should start from like little kids. Little kids are, they should be learning about their mental health too, obviously age appropriately. But especially as we're becoming adults, we need to know how to be able to communicate with each other to make a better world. Duh. It's literally a no-brainer.
Adoy.
Do you think your birth order affected your personality? Why or why not?
Yeah, we talked about this.
We know this about Angelica.
Wow.
Just Angelica.
Yeah, being a middle child is hard, man.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Had to fight for your parents' attention that you just eventually give up and you learn to fend for yourself. And you're like, I don't need anyone's help. I'm fine.
Until you become an anxious attachment in your relationships.
Because I didn't get any from my parents.
Right.
So it's tough.
Yeah. And I think just for me, like truly independence, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like I'm a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that came from me being a first child.
Yeah.
And like having to be the one that has the answer first.
Yeah. I think because also I'm a middle child, obviously who knows what the future holds, but I think that's why I would stop at 2 children.
So you don't have a middle child? There's just an oldest and a youngest?
Well, yeah, that, and also because I want to pour myself into my child. And it just gets difficult the more children you have. That's just facts.
Right. Yeah. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like if we ever had another kid, I would have so much guilt about taking time away from Cash.
Mm-hmm.
And like, not that I'm saying that any parents with a second child should feel guilty, because you shouldn't. Like, it's just the way of life.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally feel like I would feel so guilty that Cash doesn't have all of us anymore.
Right. That's how I felt about my nephew when my niece was born.
Yeah.
Just like
and
splitting
he's so
the attention.
young.
Yeah, because he's so little. He's a baby.
He does not understand siblings at all.
I mean, I'm sure he's fine because he is so little. He doesn't really understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's tough when you have a second kid. It just is.
Yeah. Who was your role model growing up and why? Go ahead.
I was gonna say my role model growing up was Tyra Banks. She's not anymore. She's not anymore.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking the other day, like, I want to watch America's Next Top Model through the lens of like today's society. Yeah. And I bet it's so fucked up.
Bruh. I've tried to watch. I've tried to watch bits and pieces. I can't. It's awful.
Oh goodness.
But I love Tyra Banks. I loved her so much.
Yeah.
She was a supermodel.
Yeah.
And then she had her own TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And just everything. I just thought she was just like the best thing on the planet. Like she was great.
Yeah.
I wanted to be her so bad. I wanted to be a talk show host so bad because of her. Like and she just seems so nice. Like,
I just connected something for myself with you talking about her having a talk show.
Yeah.
And it's when I used to come home from school, like in middle school and maybe even high school, I used to watch Oprah because Oprah was on like as soon as we got home from school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was probably too young to be watching Oprah. Like, let's be real. But the way Oprah ran her show and was like very much about like deep conversations, like conversations that needed to be had, kind of shaped the way I am with people and like having those conversations and having this podcast where we're having deep conversations and bigger picture conversations. And so, wow, I never thought about that. I'm not a big fan of her now, but
I never liked Oprah.
If I could watch some of the old episodes of her show, I probably would. I don't think they're streaming anywhere, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can find clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
But other than Oprah, I would say, like, and I've said this before on the podcast, like any adult woman who was very kind to me and like unconditionally kind to me without judgment, and was obviously the type of person that was unconditionally kind to any person, any other person, that is the type of person that was like a role model for me. And one of those people that come to mind when I talk about that is one of my old bosses from when I worked at a cell phone company. And her name's Marie. She was a big role model for me because she was just one of the kindest people I've ever known. And she had such a big heart, and like people in her life did her so wrong because she had such a big heart and was so kind to people and gave people so many chances. But she was the type of person where like if she ran into a homeless person out on the street. Here's an instance. She was robbed at gunpoint one time because she was our store manager. I don't know if it was our store or another store that she managed, but she was robbed at gunpoint, like going into the store in the early morning. And instead of like fighting off the person who was robbing her with a gun to her head, she sat there and prayed for him, and it made him stop.
Lord.
And then she had no ill will about him afterwards. She was just like, you know, I got through to him, and hopefully he'll change his life. And he obviously made a mistake, and, you know, I'm not hurt. He's not hurt. Like, whatever. I mean, she may have called the cops, but the fact that she had kindness to someone who was trying to do her wrong is just the kind of person that everyone should strive to be. Like,
wow.
It's not in your hands. It's in the universe's hands to straighten that out.
Mm-hmm. I was just having this conversation with a friend how I'm the kind of person where not necessarily kill them with kindness, but when someone does me dirty or says something that they probably shouldn't have to me, I would try to act extra nice, extra, friendly, because in my mind, I want them to, when this is all over, to like maybe when they're heading home on their drive back home or something, to like reflect on their day and be like, you know what? I was a bitch to that girl.
Yeah.
And she didn't match my energy.
Yeah, and she didn't do it back.
Yeah.
She was
because
nice
if you do it back, if you match their energy, they
have a reason to be mad.
They feel justified. Right. Obviously this friend was like, nah, like I'm gonna match their energy. Like if you're gonna be disrespectful to me, I'm gonna be disrespectful back.
Right.
Which totally fair. Like if you do what you want, but
right.
I can see where that's at. Like she like you said, she hoped that he would reflect on this and be like, you know what, change his life. And
right.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. And I think at the end of the day, it's what she wants to believe, which is he changed his life.
Not only that, but like she would say, like, I don't know, like, why was he so desperate to rob me? Like maybe he's trying to feed his family. Yeah. Maybe he, we don't know his story and we shouldn't claim to know his story. And not only will he reflect on what he did and maybe possibly change his life, but the kindness that I showed him will in turn make him show kindness to other people, because he knows that in that moment he didn't deserve kindness, but that I gave it to him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
You
absolutely.
want to read the next one?
How would your 10-year-old self react to who you are today?
Ooh, I was like, ooh, we need this one. Oh. Okay, I don't know if I'm the only person. Please let me know if I'm the only person. Okay?
But you're the only person.
Am I the only person on earth? Is this thing on?
Hello?
Hello?
Luis, hello?
Call back to Luis's episode. Hello?
Hello?
When I was like a kid, this is going to sound so bad. When I was a kid.
Oh my God.
I could not picture myself as an adult. Like I couldn't picture that far ahead. And to me that meant I'm not going to make it to adulthood.
Oh my God.
Like I'm going to die before I become an adult.
That's so dire.
Isn't it? Am I the only one? Let me know down in the comment below. The comments below.
Please.
Please.
Someone tell her she's not alone.
Yes, please.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That doesn't affect me anymore, but like I think I have a lot of medical anxiety. I don't know if I've ever said that on the podcast before.
I don't think you have.
It used to be a lot worse when I was a kid. Like a lot worse. Like I would have full panic attacks when I was a kid, and I forgot about it until recently. And my mom was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Like recently, until you had a baby, or what? When? Because I remember I knew you had it when you were pregnant.
Yeah, it got actually better throughout my pregnancy because I was on medications that were for something else, but inadvertently controlled my heart rate. And some people end up saying that it helps with anxiety because of that. And it really did help with my anxiety. So like it got a little bit better throughout my pregnancy. But after I had Cash, I was like kind of looking back and I was like, wow, like I used to have full panic attacks, like where I would be up in the middle of the night, like with a pain in my arm, and I'd be like convinced I'm dying.
Kelsey.
Yeah. Like, but you're not one to talk because you also have medical anxiety.
I do, but I feel like it's gotten better now.
It's a little bit different than mine, though. See, yours is like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. I have to figure it out, or else I'm going to be like going crazy. Mine is like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, but I'm going to have to ignore it to make it go away. Literally.
I can't ignore it. Oh my God, yeah. Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Got real vulnerable, right? Vulnerable. I got real vulnerable right there. What was that about? What was the question?
How would your 10-year-old self react to who you are today? So your 10-year-old self would be surprised you're alive.
Yes, my 10-year-old self would be surprised that I'm alive. I think as a teenager, like not really having a lot of boyfriends when I was a teenager like my friends did, I would be surprised that I'm married with a child in a 13-year, almost 14-year relationship. I think that would be really surprising to me at 10 years old. Yeah. I would be surprised that I have a baby sister too. Well, she's not baby anymore. She's 10, but that she's 19 years from me.
Yeah.
So, you?
I think my 10-year-old self would be initially disappointed because my 10-year-old self wanted to be married and have kids already by the time I was 26.
Mm-hmm.
But after she would to find out what happened, I think she'd be proud of me.
I think she would too.
Because I go back, like, you know, in your memories or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I literally go back to statuses I wrote from my noggin months, a year before I got with Jose. And I was like, who is this bitch? Why is she so wise?
Right.
Like, literally, like, on there, like, take no shit from nobody. Like,
Yeah.
you're fucking worth it. Like, you deserve better. You know, don't take anything less.
Right.
Like, just spitting this wisdom. Like, girl, what the fuck happened to you on 12/2/12?
Right. 12/2/12.
You disappeared.
Yeah, exactly. Me looking at you back to your 10-year-old self, because I knew you when you were 10 years old, I think you would be proud of your confidence and your badassery and your, like, the fact that you are a successful adult. Like, I think maybe your 10-year-old self would be like, damn, look at her. She's
Damn,
cool.
Okay, bitch.
She's cool. How do I get like that? But you did it. You did it yourself.
I was very nerdy.
Nerdy?
Geeky.
I was very nerdy.
Ugh. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Name one thing you are hopeful for. One thing. Just one. Go ahead.
Not that.
To get CC'd on.
To get fucked by Freddy.
Fuck me, Freddie.
One thing I'm hopeful for. I
got one.
What?
I'm hopeful that all the people we know, all the people that we consider to be good friends and good people in our life, have the best year that they've ever had in 2024.
Aww, that's cute.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. It's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And that we, like, connect with each other as much as we should.
What's one thing you think everyone should experience at least once and why?
Ooh. Sex in public. The look on your face.
Girl, where the fuck did you have sex at?
I'm not telling.
You can't say that and then not say
I'm not
where.
telling it on the pod. I'll tell you.
I just told people I'm going through a divorce.
This is different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because people will know this place.
Okay, what is it?
No. In a public place, but not in front of people.
Ew.
Oh.
Kinky shit.
No, I want to change my answer. We'll cut that out.
No, Kelsey. Come on.
Do you agree?
In a public space?
That's something that everyone should experience?
Sure, why not?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you, when we were younger and we didn't, like, we were both living with our parents, we didn't have nowhere. I mean, we were in the car,
Shebang.
at the pool.
Ew, at the pool? In the pool?
Not in the pool, no.
Oh, where at the pool?
So, Travis lived, I can't believe I'm saying this on the podcast.
I just told them we're getting a divorce.
You keep saying that.
You can't say that anymore. I can't believe I'm saying that. Say it, bitch. I said a lot of shit on here.
Hey, Travis and his mom lived in these apartments and they had a pool. And they also had, like, a little pool bathroom, like, where you could go and, like, get changed, use the bathroom, whatever. And they had
nasty.
They had a stand-up shower in that bathroom. Yeah. That's all you need to know. Oh, and look, people, we didn't have anywhere to go. We were young and broke, and, you know, both of us lived with our parents. We had nowhere to do anything. All right. Did you say what yours was? What was the question?
I don't even remember anymore.
Oh, something that everyone should experience.
Skydiving.
No. I will not.
It's like the ultimate trust fall.
Yeah. Gut check almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next question is, what is the scariest memory you have? The scariest memory. The scariest memory. You want me to go first? I already have mine.
Is it the lock-in at Hawthorne?
No.
Oh.
I don't know why
it's just
this
Jacob.
is what I don't know why this is what comes up. But when I was a kid, I had this really scary dream, and to this day it's still like it comes up when I think of something scary.
Oh my God.
And it sounds, when I describe it, it sounds so basic. It's like, oh yeah, it's like basic scary dream or whatever. But basically I was sleeping in my room and I heard a noise and I woke up. This is in the dream.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Okay.
Yeah. I woke up. I think that's why it's so scary, is because it was like, it felt real because I woke up from my dream in my dream. And I look at the doorway, and standing in the doorway of my bedroom is this really tall man, like very big, tall man.
Slender Man?
No, big, like burly.
Oh.
And he doesn't have any eyes.
Oh my God.
And I, in my dream, and this is when I was a kid, I in my dream is screaming for my parents, like, Mom! But of course, in your dreams, nothing comes out of your mouth.
I fucking hate that shit. Why?
It's because you're not actually saying it out in the real world. Like your dream is keeping you from acting it out and screaming. So that's why it doesn't sound like anything in your dream. So I'm like, Mom, Dad, I'm screaming. The guy's just standing there. And then after a while, he has a baseball bat. And then I wake up from my dream. He just doesn't have any eyes. He has like sunken eye sockets. So terrifying. I think about that dream often. I never had it again after that. I was going to say... No. It never repeated, but it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. And that's like one of the scariest dreams I've ever had.
Did you like watch a scary movie before or something?
I know. I watched scary movies when I was a kid, but I don't remember connecting it to a scary movie.
Fuck that.
Yeah, what about you?
The scariest?
Scariest moment. The scariest memory you have.
Like, kind of following with the dream. Like, I've had a pretty bad sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And that shit fucks me up.
Yeah. Have you had any recently?
No.
Usually it's brought on by stress.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I would think that you would, but...
No, bowling keeps me up every 2 hours to be let out.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll just talk about the lockdown we had at Hawthorne.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
In the moment.
In the moment. So Hawthorne is this building that was childcare that we went to as kids.
Yeah.
And
community center.
Yeah. It was always told to us that it was on top of an Indian's burial ground.
Yeah. Which is like a textbook.
Yeah.
Scary story for any. Right.
It wasn't.
Any building.
It wasn't.
No.
However, it was close to the insane asylum that we spoke about.
Yep.
So it was kind of believable almost.
Right. And it's kind of believable that the whole area is haunted.
Yeah, right. And so we had a lock-in where we were like, oh, we're going to go down to the basement and check that out.
Yeah, and the basement was this like very creepy thing that like nobody ever went down there.
Nobody went to the basement. It was just
storage.
Nobody, yeah.
It had old locker rooms from when they used to use it for basketball, but those were just storage now. Like there's just piles of boxes in there.
Yeah, literally no one went down there except for the counselors.
Barely any lights down there.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. So dimly lit.
Cold, stunk.
Yeah.
Smelled like old sewage.
And our old camp counselor, Brent, who was organizing all of this.
If you're listening.
He was like, okay, we're going to go down in the basement. I don't even know if we convinced him or whose idea it was.
I think we convinced him. Like because it was the lock-in, like we wanted to do scary stuff.
Yeah, right.
And we played hide and go seek in the dark.
Yep. Oh my God, that was so much fun.
It was actually so funny because they put up like I don't know if the tables
fold up chairs.
Yeah, they fold upwards to like a vertical shape so you could like stack them against the wall.
And they were on wheels.
So you could roll them around. We'd like put them randomly in the gym, then shut out all the lights to the gym and play hide and seek. And like people were like running into the tables and shit. But it was so much fun.
Oh my God. It was the best of times. But yeah, we convinced him to let us go to the basement and he wanted us all in like a single file line, like everyone holding hands.
He like gave us a rundown before we went down there.
Yeah, like it felt very legitness. Like, you know, we were going to go as quickly as possible.
Oh, so it was like there's an entrance door and an exit door. So like, there's 2 doors. You go downstairs through the hall and then back up the stairs out the other door on the other side.
Yeah, on top was the stage. It was in the gym.
And so the basement was under the stage.
Right. So we all hold hands. We all start to go down there. And first, just like being the first person, I wasn't it. But like, I can only imagine being the first person to go down those stairs.
Yeah. We used to like joke. We weren't allowed to, but we would open the door and like
Yeah.
joke about going. We would like see who could go down to the bottom of the stairs and like come back up.
Oh my gosh.
And that was scary because the lights were out down there. Like you can't see anything down
like
that
when you're
hallway.
a kid, your imagination runs wild.
Yeah, and it's like this really long, scary hallway.
Yeah.
And it stinks down there.
Yeah. So
the stinkiness just adds another like layer.
So we did that, and I just remember like we were going slow, and then out of nowhere there was like a noise, and everyone freaked out, and we all ran upstairs.
Yeah.
When we all got upstairs, you know,
we're all hyperventilating.
We're going nuts, you know, and then after a while we realized one of the kids are missing, like one of us are missing.
Yeah.
It was this guy named Jacob, and he was, I don't know,
he was kind of the annoying kid.
Kind of annoying, yeah, like no one really liked him. He was
kind of a bother.
Damn.
Like he would just bother us on purpose.
Yeah. He was just that kid.
Not that he being alive was a bother, but like he would bother us on purpose.
Just to clarify, his existence did not bother me.
He knew he was bothering us.
Yeah, and like we were like, oh my god, where's Jacob? Where's Jacob? Like, Jacob's still down there. Like, oh my god, someone's gonna go down and get Jacob.
Yeah. And of course, because we're like preteens and like teens, we're like super dramatic.
We think someone has him. Like we think we're fully convinced.
Like Scary Movie 101.
Yeah, like we were fully convinced something is down there. Yeah. And then at one point, Brent goes, "Well, it's just Jacob. Like, who's really gonna miss him?" Which is really fucked up to say.
It was so fucked up, and we were like,
funny.
What the fuck?
I mean, because Brent knew.
Yeah.
Brent
we wholeheartedly trusted Brent with our lives at this point.
Yeah, so Brent had actually what did he like? He made up a plan. Who was it?
Well, so no, we went down there again to try to get Jacob, all of us, and another person went missing. I forgot who it was though.
The point is that Brent had someone come, and
the other counselors. There's 3 other counselors that came because they knew we were having lock-in. And Brent told them to come to basically terrorize us. Because one of them was like knocking on the outside of the door, remember?
Oh, yeah.
The gym door.
That guy with glasses. I think he was like a redhead with the bike. The one that always drove the bike. No, that always rode the bike.
I think
remember
so,
him?
yeah.
I didn't like him.
One of them was named one of them was named Jordan. And Kristen. Kristen
was there. Who's Jordan?
Nick, maybe. Jordan, who's like a mixed guy. He had short hair. Him and another counselor named Katie were best friends.
White girl Katie?
Yes.
Wait, I know white girl Katie.
Yeah, I know you do.
Jordan,
yeah. I can see if I could try to find him. But anyway, Brent brought them or told them to come to terrorize us, and they were already in the basement before we like went down there. I don't know how if they were down there all night
in a room doing something. Yeah.
Brent somehow got them down there, and they scared the living shit out of us by stealing one of our group. And
the only reason why it stopped is because kids were crying,
and one of them
Elizabeth
called the cops.
Freaked out. Yeah, and she called the cops.
Yeah, and so Brent had to like go out and talk to the firefighters and tell them like everything was fine. That it was just a prank.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
I can't.
Could you imagine being Brent, a grown ass adult?
I was gonna say like having to explain
preteens.
Having to explain that to these people that he was responsible
too.
for.
Like how did he convince them? Like
right.
Who would believe that?
I have all these teenagers here, and it's just a lock-in. All right, the next card. Were we finished with our story before about Hawthorne?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was scary.
So yeah.
Okay. If you could have a redo, would you still pick your current career? Why or why not?
I would not pick my current career.
We need to fix this table.
Oh. It's your side.
I know.
I would not pick my current career, no.
Why not?
I've always said that in a zombie apocalypse, who are they going to choose? An accountant?
Yeah.
Or someone with medical background?
Right. Someone that has like importance in like a world without society.
Right.
Right.
So I would totally go back and get something in the medical field.
Medical specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? What else?
I don't think you could do medical.
Huh?
Because you're so like
oh no, I
anxious.
couldn't. No, I know that. But if I could go,
oh no, for sure. Like I couldn't do that.
Of course, I would faint at the sight of blood, but like I would force myself. Duh.
I mean, there are other things that are not medical that would be considered important in a zombie apocalypse.
Like what?
Like science of any kind. Build like carpenters to build things like houses and boats and
Okay.
Okay.
One of those then.
People who know how to cook and agriculture, like grow your own food.
Wow.
What?
You're right.
Have you ever watched a zombie movie or a zombie show? Walking Dead? Some little doggy ASMR for you guys. What was the question? Oh, no, I would not be a pharmacy tech.
No. What would you be?
I am enjoying doing more clerical work now. But I think if I were to go back to school, I would become a therapist.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you still could.
I won't. He's going to unplug this. Oh, no.
I love you, baby.
Do you want to read the next one?
Yes. What family traditions did you enjoy growing up? I.e. birthdays, holidays, celebrations. What family traditions did you enjoy growing up?
We had a tradition that I think my parents still continue with Ava now, where every Christmas morning we had cinnamon rolls for breakfast.
You told me that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it's nice because it's like a really easy breakfast. You just pop them in the oven. You don't have to like cook a full breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way you can enjoy the like opening presents and spending time together.
I love that.
Yeah. We had a full breakfast this Christmas
at
my house, but I'm pretty sure my parents and Ava had cinnamon rolls. We also have a New Year's tradition.
What?
And Travis's mom started it like 2016 maybe. To have nachos on New Year's Eve. Like that's our dinner for New Year's Eve.
Nice.
And she used to I didn't make it this way this time because Travis has been having lactose intolerance problems.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe next year we'll do it and he can just take a lactate or something. But she used to make it with ground up hamburger, Velveeta cheese, like melted, and Rotel to make it like a nacho dip that you would just like dip your chips in. It's so good. But we just made like regular nachos at home this time, like white people nachos, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd just get together every birthday, every celebration. Like,
yeah,
we do it big.
Yeah.
We I don't think we have any traditions like how you have. Like, this is a certain food we're gonna have a certain day.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, we just get together, just family time, really.
Yeah.
Enjoying quality time with each other. For a while, it seemed like we would celebrate everything. Like we were together like every weekend.
Every tiny thing.
Yeah, any tiny thing.
Like, Flag Day?
What's Flag Day?
I honestly don't know now that you say that. It's a holiday. It's a U.S. holiday.
Dude, do you know the holiday
it's
Boxing
probably like
Day?
the anniversary of the creation of the U.S. flag.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Boxing Day?
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. It's the 26th. Yeah.
No one knows about it because of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they celebrate it like in the UK though.
Oh.
Maybe. But
us Americans, we tend to think that all the holidays just revolve around us. There are no other world holidays.
Amen, bud.
Amen, bud. All right, next one. How would your parents describe you? Damn, we can hear Bolin drinking all the way in here in the microphones.
How would my parents describe me? I think my mom would describe me as dumb but smart.
Me too. Like, I think my parents think I'm airheaded. But I think...
What?
Yeah, like I'm a space cadet.
Why would they think that?
Because I am. Like, it feels like it's mostly accentuated like around them. So like they probably they see more of it than anyone else does.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel like maybe if they saw me in my work environment, they would think differently. But I think they know I'm smart. They just think I'm a space cadet. Which is, I mean, a symptom of ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't think they fully understand my ADHD, though. I think they still see it as its old definition of like hyperactivity. And that's not me at all. Very mellow.
I think my parents would say that I'm a hard worker.
Yeah. I think my parents would say the same.
Wow. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to ask them.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking to your friends or your family members, like how you describe me.
Right.
The middle child. You know, the one we always forget.
Yeah. That's why you can't think of any way that they would describe you, because you just thought they forgot about you in general. Except your mom brought you dinner today, so she didn't forget about you.
She didn't. And she gave me $30 yesterday to buy Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. Oh my God. Chick-fil-A. So my anxiety goes as far as like ordering food. And I'm slowly getting over that. So I went to Chick-fil-A yesterday by myself and I got done ordering. I thought he asked me for here to go. And I literally was so confused. I was
I'm in the drive-thru? I'm going to sit in the parking lot and eat it.
But I hesitated and he kind of just stood there. So I looked up and I said, it's to go. And he said, no, I said, you're good to go. And I was like, oh, that makes
He
more
said,
sense.
you're good to go. Awkward silence.
It's to go.
It's to go. He's like, yeah, I know, bitch. Go. Get out of here. Get out from in front of my face.
Writes in his notes, blue SUV, dumb bitch.
So true. My pleasure, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Go on before it ain't my pleasure anymore.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, pull the next card.
What is a moment you get nostalgic about? Why?
Ooh. Hawthorne is always very nostalgic for me.
Hawthorne is always nostalgic for me.
I feel like growing up at Hawthorne was just like very formative for the both of us.
Yeah.
And for our friend group.
I know we talk about it a lot and some of you guys may not get it or know, but like if you went to Hawthorne, you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Or if you went to any summer camp where you like made good friends and like those friends are still your friends, like that's really the bigger picture of it, is like not only was it your formative years, but you like formed each other and now you're still friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I learned a lot at Hawthorne, like even as much as I would learn at school. Like I learned life things at Hawthorne and then school things at school, you know?
I think because also too, we were just so close knit.
Yeah.
And it was such a smaller group. Like I'm talking like 10 to 15 kids at a time.
Yeah. In
a group. And so you, like Kelsey said, you really do form these strong bonds with them. You spend all of summer with them and sometimes even like the school year too. So like, you know, and then when summer roll around again, oh my God, like you'd see them again.
Yeah, can't wait for summer. You go on field trips together.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
You get to know each other's like family problems and you spend all day together. Like some of us would get there at like 6 a.m. and then don't get picked up till 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. Not me, but some of us.
Not me, but
because depending on when your parents worked.
Yeah.
Or if your parents wanted you home. Mm-hmm. But like I would probably get there at like 8:30 and then I would get picked up around 5.
And then like obviously too when you know, you've heard of the older generation, like the things that they got away with that would never fly in today's society. Yeah. Similar to us too. Like we would walk everywhere. Yeah. We would.
In Teen Club, we had Grub Club, which is where every Friday we would pick a restaurant to go eat at.
Oh and my God, I love
if it was close enough, we would walk.
Yeah, we would walk.
Yeah. Like we would walk to Taco Bell, which was like 2 miles probably.
Oh my God, you're bringing up so many memories.
Are you gonna cry?
Do you remember that? It was like this one program that Caleb had us do. I think it was like Say No to Drugs or something. And he would make us like take this class and he would pay us like $200 at the end or something.
No, I didn't get that opportunity.
Oh, shit, sucks.
But remember the end of the summer trip? We'd always go on the end of the summer trip, like to Holiday World.
Mm-hmm. Or Kings Island.
Was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
That was really a lot of fun. Yes.
See, you see how nostalgic we sound?
It's summer camp.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I got to experience that. I'm thankful for my parents putting me in summer camp because I think summer camp kind of gets a bad rap sometimes, But for us, it was very formative, very nostalgic, very creating memories.
Yeah. And I think also too, I think our counselors understood that we needed a safe space.
Yeah.
Like, because some of us didn't get that at home. And so there would just be afternoons where they would just let us chill and relax.
Do absolutely nothing.
Do absolutely nothing. I mean, we had a Guitar Hero going. We had TV going. We had pool going.
We would go sit at the park and lay in the grass and do absolutely nothing for hours.
Just lay there.
Yep.
Listening to music. Talking to each other. Like, sit
at the picnic table and play cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fun times.
Good times.
And like everyone was like a friend. Like there was never any beef or any real beef, I should say.
Yeah, there was some. But
you'd have your crushes there.
Yeah.
Some of them would only come in the summertime. You had to wait a whole year to see them again.
Yep.
Good times.
Good times. Okay. The next card says, when was the last time you cried? It's a question we always ask ourselves on this podcast.
Like full on cried.
Yeah. I have one already.
Go ahead.
Okay. Vulnerable moment here. Vulnerable moment here. Me and Travis were having a conversation, and it started out a little bit heated, like about each other, and like it was kind of an argument, but like not too serious. And then we kind of shifted into like communicating it as parents to each other about Cash and stuff. And he was saying that last week when I left to come over here to do the podcast, when Cash was crying that I left, which we try really hard to make me leaving or Travis leaving like seamless and like, okay, say bye-bye, be right back, love you, you know. It's okay that the person's leaving, they'll be back. But he was just really upset, and he was kind of cranky before I was leaving anyway, and Travis ended up just taking him back inside, and I came over here. And when I left, I could tell that it was a different kind of cry, like he was yearning for me.
Cash?
Yes.
I don't know why I thought Travis for a second. I'm like,
no,
wait.
Cash. And during this conversation, Travis told me that the way Cash was crying when I left was like he wanted his mommy. And I lost it. I lost it so hard because I already have a certain level of guilt. And this is just so normal. And I know it's normal to have this mom guilt of like, you're not doing enough. You're not spending enough time with your kid. You're not making sure they have less screen time. You're not making sure they're eating the right thing. You know, like it's just all the things that you're thinking about. Like, are you doing good enough? And one of the biggest things for me is spending time with him because I work 40 hours a week and I have an hour commute there and back. So I'm away from home 50 hours a week minimum. And so any time that I get with him is like, if there's an errand to be run after work, I will tell Travis, I'm coming home, you go run the errand because I want to be home with Cash, or we're all going together. And he understands that. Like, yes, I'll go run the errand, you come home. Mm-hmm. And like, even like with you, with you or anyone else, if they ask me to like run an errand with them after work, I'm like, yeah, but I'm bringing Cash, like, because I want him to be with me as much as possible. And, so yeah, that was the last time I cried. And I just really like, it was honestly one of the biggest, heaviest cries I've had in a long time. And I just want to give my husband points for rubbing my back while I was crying and like really comforting me, because he knows that was coming from a place of guilt, and that he knew I was going to be okay afterwards, and that I just needed to get it out.
I'm like Sheldon. I'm like, they're there. Let it out, girl. It is going to be okay.
I know.
It's normal.
I was just telling him that, like, I already have that guilt, and I know that he was yearning for me, and that besides the day that I come over to do the podcast, because the podcast is really important to me, and it's like the thing that brings me joy throughout the week. So like, I know it's important that I do that, because otherwise, like, will Cash's mom be a happy person if I'm not giving her the joy that she deserves? And I think I was just telling him, like, I already kind of feel that guilt, and I'm aware of it, and I'm aware that I need to make sure that I'm spending as much time with him as possible. And I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I know that, like, this level of guilt is a normal level of guilt to feel as a mom, and it could be worse. I know other people that have much worse mom guilt than I do. And I'm grateful that, what I was going to add to that was that I know it's most important right now when he's this little to be around him as much as I can, because he's just at home waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
If he were in school, then it would not be such a big deal, because he's in school and I'm at work. Like, we're not yearning for each other.
Right. He's literally just at home waiting for you to get back.
He's literally at home waiting 10 hours for me to come home. And that just literally rots my soul. I really wish it didn't have to be that way. But, I mean, if it weren't me, it would be him waiting 10 hours for Travis to be home. So it's like, at least he gets to be home with one parent and spending that quality time with one of us. And then I just try to make sure that we get as much time as possible during the weekend. So, I knew that one was going to make me emotional. Next card. What are you extremely opinionated about?
I try to not be extremely opinionated about anything, because I don't like overly opinionated people.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I don't like people who I can't, not me can't sway, but cannot be swayed.
Mm-hmm.
One, like, that can't see the other side.
The gray area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm not overly opinionated about anything, am I?
No, I don't think so. I think you have strong principles, but, like, about subject matter, no.
I don't think so.
I'm kind of the same way, where, like, any situation, I can see the gray area. I can see both sides, and, like, you know, most of the time, unless it's about a person being a dickhead, then I'm like, fuck that guy. Fuck that person.
Are you, like, really adamant about something, or, like, an
Mental
order
health.
of something? Okay.
Mental health, I would say I'm very adamant about, like, very adamant about spreading information about mental health, because the better you understand it, the better life can be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not only within yourself, but within the people that you interact with in your life. And I was just telling my coworker, Michelle, that listens to the podcast, shout out Michelle. I was just telling her today that I really want to do an episode on cognitive distortion soon, because I think it's something that really blew my mind when I figured out what it was. And for me, putting a name to things really helps understand other people, because you're like, oh, okay. And we'll get into what that is when we do that episode. It'll be soon, the next couple of weeks. But I feel like with people you have trouble with in your life, if you look at them through a lens of, oh, they might be having cognitive distortions, then it softens the blow of the problems you're having with them.
Yeah.
And understanding people is really the key to having better communication, having better relationships.
Empathizing.
Yes. Better relationships, better life, better everything.
Pizza, better ingredients.
Papa John's. Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I painted or something? I don't think so. No. I don't really care what people do.
That's true. Next one. What is your most embarrassing memory from when you were younger?
Are you kidding me?
Do you have some?
I have several.
Several.
Hang on, let me think.
I'm trying to think of what mine was too.
An embarrassing moment from your childhood?
Embarrassing moment from your childhood. I talk about, not to just jump in front of you again like I did last time, but I sometimes say this to, like, family members who I feel like need to hear this about their own children. But the most traumatizing thing that happened to me as a kid was just, like, being embarrassed in front of other people. Like, my parents embarrassing me in front of other people. And not, like, in a playful way, but, like, me getting in trouble in front of other people, or getting yelled at in front of other people, or, like, you know, when your parents like yell at you in public, they may say something that implies that, oh, you're being stupid. Like, quit being stupid, or like, it's condescending, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that was like, and to this day, still, like, if anybody is condescending to me in front of other people or makes me feel stupid in front of other people, that's really embarrassing to me. And like, I just damn near can't handle it. Like, I'll go off.
Go off, Kelsey. Go all the way off.
Go all the way off. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. What about you? Embarrassing. I remember as a kid, like, getting hit in the head with a ball, like in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's happened to everyone, right?
Right.
Has it?
I don't think I've ever gotten hit in the head with the ball.
I feel like it's happened to everyone, but that's so
In the
embarrassing.
head?
Yes. Like, just a fly ball, you know? And just, and then the whole gym is looking at you.
I do remember this one time I was playing Speed with Alex.
Yeah.
Not my brother Alex, the other Alex.
Uh-huh.
And it just got really heated. Like, it was really intense.
Yeah.
And he won. I'm so sorry. I just had like this physical reaction where I just reached over and slapped the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
And he was just in shock.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, oh, I just assaulted someone. Like, oh my God. I really thought he was either going to slap me back or like he was going to be mad.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He just started laughing.
Like, what the hell? That's funny.
Yeah, he just thought it was funny that like it moved me to that reaction.
Yeah.
But like, I apologize profusely. And Alex, I don't know if you listened, but if you remember, let me know. And I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
Like, I literally I stood up, reached over the table and just smacked him across his face.
Yeah.
And he was like,
like, what the fuck? Over a game?
yeah, every game.
You were so dramatic as a child.
I'm dramatic as an adult.
So true. Makes for good content. All right, next one is, what do you think happens after death?
I used to have this theory that God recycles souls. Because like, I understand that heaven is infinite, but it can't possibly be that big. Like, what's the point of having all these souls, like creating new souls? I couldn't get behind that.
Yeah. So like reincarnation?
Yes, but only into people.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to like what is defined as a soul, but I don't think like plants have souls.
Yeah.
I don't think I can agree with that.
Or like insects.
See, that's where it gets blurry.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to believe that like my dog has a soul, then I also have to believe that insects have souls.
Yeah.
And I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I used to think that you would die, you would go to heaven, you would spend time up there until it was time to be recycled. However, since then though, I forget what the theory is called. I listened to it on Kendall Ray and her husband Josh talk about it, but basically you're kind of like on a point system. Like, let's say it's like 1 through 10 or whatever. You're still the same kind of concept as like reincarnation, but you're living similar lives. Not the same life, but similar lives. So like, let's say you do your first life and you cannot move to the next point. You cannot evolve into the next point until you've learned whatever it is you have to learn. And everyone's different. Obviously, everyone's path is different. And so you're going to continue living similar events until you figure it out, until you reach the highest point.
Yeah, like self-actualization.
And I think, to me, that's more meaningful.
Yeah.
To understand that part. Than it is like just randomly God recycling your soul.
Yeah. I don't know what I believe. I've always been like, I'm not sure, but I don't really care either way. Like, it's not my job to decide what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think reincarnation or recycling souls is definitely a possibility. I think that there is some kind of salvation, maybe not necessarily heaven or hell. I do believe that your loved ones are still with you after they pass away and can connect to you in certain ways, maybe not verbally or flickering the lights, but in some way they can still connect to you. I do believe that some mediums are real and can actually speak with people who have passed.
I struggle with that idea. I struggle with thinking that your loved ones are still around or can communicate with you in some way, because I don't know. This is going to sound weird, but if I'm in paradise, right? Like, I know you say you don't believe in a heaven or hell, but like, let's say for me, like, I believe in a heaven and hell. And if I'm in heaven and my great niece is bothering me for some dumb shit, like, girl.
Well, they say like if you watch shows about mediums where they're like speaking to the dead, something they say a lot in those, and the kind of a common theme amongst many different kinds of mediums that don't know each other, is that when people pass, they have an all-knowing peace to them. Like, if they died in a really horrific way, in the afterlife, they have an all-knowing peace where it's like, I know that this was meant for me for this reason. I know that your life is meant for you for this reason. You know what I mean? Like, and so like, if your great niece is bothering you about something pointless, to that soul, it's not pointless because you're all knowing, you're all at peace. Your soul is fully at peace. So it's not like, girl, what are you bothering me about? It's like, let me help you through your life.
But if you're all knowing, then you're basically God. Maybe. So you can't possibly be all knowing.
Not all knowing about all of Earth or all of life, but all knowing about what was meant for you in your life and in your family. Like, at peace with everything that's happened, not holding any grudges.
You think we get to know why things happen in our life when we pass away?
Yeah.
What would be the point of knowing then?
I don't think it's like someone gives you a book and it's like, here's the reason. I think you get to look back on your life, and as a afterlife being, whatever that is, an afterlife soul, it's just in you to know.
But I think you should do that reflection as you're alive.
Yeah, you should. But as humans, we don't have the capability. As humans, we don't have the capability of looking at the whole picture and being at peace with the whole picture, because there are still day-to-day things that hurt us and anguish us. You know what I mean?
That is interesting. Have you ever thought about the concept of, like, when babies come out, most likely crying, it's because they're crying from them dying in their previous life?
Yeah, I have heard that theory. It's like they're closing a door and opening a new one.
Yeah.
That's freaky.
That is very freaky. Like, the moment you die, you're reborn.
Have you heard of, like, kids saying,
yes,
like, my previous life?
Like that pilot?
That's freaky.
What do you think about that? You think that's real?
Oh, I don't know. That scares me.
There's this one specific...
My kid better not be talking about his previous life.
There's this one specific case I'm thinking about. I don't know the name, but yeah, he claimed to be like a pilot in like World War II or some shit. And he like name dropped.
Things. He knew things he shouldn't have known. Yeah.
Like, I think he was like 6 when he was talking about it.
Wow.
However, he grew out of it. Like, once he got older, like 18, 19, he didn't think about that stuff. He didn't even know what he was talking about.
Wow.
I mean, as he got older, he does not remember. Yeah. But when he was like 5 or 6, like, he could tell you everything.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, and it freaks me out.
I'm more inclined to believe that than anything else, because I think...
Well, because of the recycling of souls.
The recycling of souls, and also because I feel like when you're a baby, you still have ties to where your soul came from. And I think that takes time to
let go of. That makes sense. Very interesting part of that conversation there.
We should watch Soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to do an episode. We should do an episode on Soul and Inside Out in the same. I think they would go together well. All right. Then the last question. I was going to say next question, but the last question is, what does it take for you to trust someone?
Kelsey, you go first.
I
have trust issues.
Scratches her forehead.
What does it take for me to trust someone?
I think when I'm getting to know someone, like I said before, like I can tell if you're fibbing pretty easily. I can tell if you're bullshitting me. And it only takes a couple of those times to be like, okay, I can't fully trust you. Like, I'll still be in your life and I'll still like, I'll fuck around with you, like whatever that means, if you're a coworker, a friend, whatever. But if I catch you in multiple lies, like that's going to be on my mind every time I talk to you. And so there's that. And then like just generally being a safe space for everyone, not just me. But like if you're a safe space for me and then you're not a safe space for the next person, like that's going to turn me off about like the type of person you are. I'm not saying romantically. I'm saying like it's going to give me the ick about the type of person you are and not want to be around you. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think that's kind of where I'm at.
I think for me, when I'm meeting new people, regardless of who you are or if I know anything about you, you get a clean slate with me.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I'm cool with everyone until you piss me off.
Right.
And I think that's very similar to my trust. I easily give people trust.
Right.
Off the bat, I trust you.
Yeah.
Probably with like things that I really shouldn't trust you with, but I'm going to trust you because I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like
so you can never say I didn't.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I meet someone new, I trust them right away.
Yeah.
When you break that trust, obviously it depends if you're a friend or a partner.
Right.
I think obviously with a partner, I'm more forgiving because I love that person and I want to be with that person. But when it comes to like a friendship,
potential.
Right. When it comes to friends though, I have had friendships where the one time you abuse my trust, you're gone.
Yeah.
Done for.
Yeah.
But also too, even then, like in some occasions, when someone does break my trust, it goes back to actions. Like, it's going to take time and you're going to have to like, not deal necessarily, but like, if I bring up something that, you know, you lied to me about, you know, last month, you have to still hold accountability, still validate my feelings. I'm not asking for a full-on apology, but you still need to acknowledge it.
Right. Acknowledge
until I'm over it, honestly.
Yeah. Until you feel comfortable moving on from it.
Right.
Right.
And the only way I'd feel comfortable moving on from it is if you do those things. You acknowledge it, you validate it. Yeah, and you don't do it again.
Prove that you regret it. Prove that you're not going to do it again.
Yes.
Right. All right. I think that was a really good conversation. The whole episode was.
I hope so.
It was a well-needed, mostly needed. What's the phrase I'm looking for?
Needed?
Much needed. That was a much needed deep talk conversation. We should do that more often. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, sure. This is literally what the podcast is about. We've got some good topics coming up. We're going to still keep it fun. We're going to still do mental health topics. We're going to have another guest on soon. You know who you are. So that'll be fun. We're going to keep having more guests on. That's why we bought new microphones. But, all right, y'all.
Kelsey.
What?
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. It's midnight. Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Everybody, shout out Angelica on the pod page and tell her happy birthday, or on her personal Instagram if you follow her there, and let her know happy birthday, even though this is coming out on Tuesday and it's Thursday.
It's okay. I'll still accept it 5 days later.
She'll still accept your birthday wishes.
Yes.
So anyway, all right, we're going to get off here.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bye.